Start. Few countries are witnessing such severe direct and indirect devastation on account of the COVID 19 pandemic as India. Stop. There is little attention on the roots of our vulnerability. Stop. Our challenge is hardly limited to escaping a virus with lockdowns and masks in the short term and vaccination in the long term. Stop para. It would be a mistake to approach the pandemic as a bolt from the blue or an aberration that will eventually pass for within single quote normalcy to return. Stop. Our vulnerabilities lie not just in the absence of equitable access to food, healthcare, and housing, but go to the heart of global development models that sacrifice environmental resilience for limitless economic growth and wealth accumulation. Stop para. The 21st century has seen multiple lethal epidemics. Stop. Two were serious enough for the World Health Organization to designate as pandemics. Stop. The accelerating destruction of wild habitats, forests, and diversified food systems for urbanization, mining, and industry means pathogens which were once largely confined to animals and plants in the wild are now better positioned to infect humans. Stop. The expansion of monoculture cropping and livestock farming systems, coupled with dense human settlements dependent on narrow diets of global commodity crops and meat, are eliminating the biodiversity and distance barriers that lent resilience to the human species and domesticated plants and animals. Stop. A virulent pathogen can then trigger an epidemic that much more easily. Stop. As long as we do not address this march to unsustainability, we will remain vulnerable to pandemic outbreaks. Stop para. It is troubling then that our governments are drawing the opposite lesson from the COVID 19 challenge. Stop. Through the lockdown, within single quote, expert bodies of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change within bracket MOEFCC have considered and in many cases cleared multiple industrial, mining and infrastructure proposals in critical wildlife habitats and life and livelihood sustaining forests. Stop. These include the Italian hydropower project in the biodiversity-rich Dibang Valley of Arunachal Pradesh, semicolon, a coal mine in Assam's Dehing Patkai Elephant Reserve, semicolon, diamond mining in the Panna forested belt, semicolon, a coal mine to be operated by Adani Enterprises with a coal-fired power plant in Odisha's Talavera forests, semicolon, a limestone mine in the Gir National Park, semicolon, and a geotechnical investigation in the Saravati lion-tailed macaque sanctuary in Karnataka. Stop. As the environment site Mongabe reported in May, authorities considered these projects via video conferencing in contravention of environmental laws and without all necessary documents or site inspections, in many cases spending just 10 minutes on a proposal. Stop para. No meaningful public consultation can take place amidst a pandemic and repeated lockdowns. Stop. Yet ignoring petitions ranging from environmentalists to students groups, the MOEFCC pressed ahead with a June 30 deadline for feedback on its draft environment impact assessment within bracket EIA notification. Stop. It took a Delhi High Court ruling to extend the deadline to August 11. Stop para. As several groups have pointed out to the government, its draft will undermine environmental protection. Stop. As per the draft, starting a project before obtaining environmental approvals will no longer be a violation, and it can be regularized post facto. Stop. Public hearings are riddled with problems and their content routinely ignored while awarding clearances, but they remain the only opportunity of voice for project affected peoples and environmental and social experts. Stop. Instead of strengthening them, the notification proposes to exempt a wider range of projects from hearings, including those which authorities can arbitrarily designate as within single quote strategic. Stop. The draft even allows for a class of projects to secure clearance without putting out any information in the public domain. Stop para. Despite demands from environmentalists, the draft notification says virtually nothing on improving monitoring and compliance with clearance conditions and safeguards. Stop. This when the lockdown period itself has seen a horrific gas leak in Visakhapatnam and a blowout of an oil well in Bagjan. Stop. In both instances, incalculable damage was caused to human and non human lives by violating environmental laws. Stop.